DeWALT has released a new version of their 20-volt 12-inch chainsaw. As a seasoned user of their older model, I wanted to see if it was worth upgrading to this newer model that they have because it looks like they made some changes that I think may be beneficial to me. I actually bought a brand new DCCS621, which is the older model, when they had them on clearance a few months ago, just to have as a backup in case I ever needed it. And now I'm seeing this new version, and I was curious, I wonder how these two compare. So I went ahead and bought it. This new one is called the DCCS621, and I have the opportunity to compare these two right out of the box and see apples to apples how they compare. In this video, I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to compare the two models and the differences between them. I'll do some controlled testing of how long the battery life is between the two models and compare their actual cutting speeds, use them both in the woods, and then do probably the most valuable thing for DeWALT chainsaw guys and see if this new model leaks chain oil as much as the old model did when he had it just sitting in storage. I have chapters for all those things in the video, so if you just want to see certain things, you can skip around in the video and find what's relevant to you. Out of the box, they look pretty similar, but there's three main differences in the design. You can see on the old model, to do any work on the bar or chain, it's all toolless and integrated right in here. Here's the tensioning. This gets you to the bar itself. It is a lot of turns to get to the bar, but that's how it works. And now you have access to the bar to get it on and off, do chain work, whatever. On the new one, it's a little different. They have actual tool designs here, so you got to take the little tool out from the bottom. You can do your loosening there, take off the nut with the tool here, and take this out. It does seem that this is a lot faster, so I like that change about it. And now you have access to your bar and your chain. And something to note is the part numbers for both the chain and the bar have changed with the new model, but comparing the two, they look identical. So it seems to me it's just a change in the name, partly because the bar itself has different colors and different words and stuff on it now. So I think they just really rebranded it and gave it a new part number. And the chain, as far as I can tell, it's identical to the old one. The pitch and the gauge are the same. And I put the other bar onto this one, it fits on. So if for some reason you're thinking about it in that aspect, they appear to be interchangeable. But that's what the new one looks like. And at least at first glance and messing with it here, I think I like this one more. Conceptually, the other one's nice because it's toolless, but that takes a while if you need to get that off. This comes right off, and it's easy enough to use this little tool. The other notable difference is the chain oil reservoir cap. This one works like so, and it was sort of set in there. It worked fine. The problem that I personally had with mine was kind of twofold. This would fill up with sawdust and it would be at risk of falling into the reservoir. So it was a little annoying when you wanted to put in more oil. Then also a lot of times I would do this, then it would end up being upside down, and it didn't really matter. It was easy enough to get it out, but it annoyed me. So you kind of had two ways to actually put it back on, and one would be slightly harder to get out. The change now is this reservoir, which is just a regular old cap. It just comes off, not too hard. And now this is raised up, so it's a lot easier to keep that clean and keep sawdust from getting down into that reservoir. And I would say this probably seals a little bit better because the seal is in the cap here than on the sides how it was before. So it probably seals better here as well. You just tighten it more and it's more sealed. The real thing will be to see if this reservoir tank leaks like the old one. That was a very annoying thing about the old one. I basically would always store this on a shop rag that would just soak up all the oil, and it was always very, very annoying.
Oh yeah, what a mess.
And the last difference is how efficiently each one can use the battery. The old model claims that it can perform 90 cuts on 4x4 pressure-treated lumber with a 5 amp hour battery, and the new unit says that it can do 100, so 10 cuts more. I have a piece of 4x4 pressure-treated lumber, So I'm going to test that. Right off the bat, the old model seems to want to hop around more and is noisier, and the new model is quieter, smoother, and cuts faster. I don't show it, but every 30 cuts I pause for about a minute to give the battery a chance to cool down, which really wasn't enough time. However, you can see the new 621 model cuts much faster than the old model. So I got to 93 with this one. Probably it could keep going, but I don't feel like waiting for this to cool down fully, so you get the idea. How DeWALT did their testing, how I did my testing, I'm sure are not even close in scientificness. I would say the difference between the two is a fair 10% better with this newer model. You get the idea. It is more efficient of using the battery. Something interesting to note is these over here is basically the whole pile of the new model's cuts. They all kind of just fell. And for whatever reason, the old model would throw pieces. So I'm not sure what the difference is. I'm sure it has something to do with that chattering and hopping around. But the cuts as well are a little bit smoother on the new one versus the old style. And I've noticed this before on my saw, so there's a little bit more waviness and hoppiness, and you see the chainsaw marks on this one, whereas this one's a little bit smoother. It's not perfect, you still see it, but you can tell it's a little bit smoother in how it cuts. Just something to note. Okay, I've got both saws with me, and I'm just going to give you a little real-world example of how you use them. I think they are going to work pretty darn similarly, but you'll see the new one is probably just as good as the old one. Cuts with a lot less chatter, a lot smoother. It's a better feel when you're cutting with it. And that tracks with my old one. It's not just that that one's goofy. The other one, it hopped around a lot, and it's just how it was. This one doesn't do that, so I really like that. Yeah, this one just cuts faster, even though the chain speed's supposed to be the same. Well, clearly this guy is better. I don't know why, but it's just much better. Originally, when the 620 was first produced, it had a chain speed of 25.3 feet per second. But newer versions of the same part number is 24.1 feet per second, which is the same as the 621 model of 24.1 feet per second. So I think they've, for whatever reason, slowed the chainsaw down, and I suspect that the last production run of the old model and the new production run of the new model share a lot of the same internals that are a little bit different than the original version of this chainsaw. I want to confirm that, so I'm going to do a little tachometer test to see the relative speeds of each chainsaw and how they compare. Because it definitely seems like the new 621 model goes faster than the old 620 model. I'm just going to check it with no load, just where it spins here, and I've got a little tachometer with a piece of reflective stuff on there, so this should work. So that was certainly an interesting finding. The original 620 model went pretty fast, and then it slows down in the later version of the model, but then in the new model, it's even faster than the old model with higher specs. So I don't know why that is, but that's what I found. And in addition, I really didn't like how the new version of the old model sounded. It sounded like there was stuff clunking around inside, and I didn't really care for it, but it was running fine, so I just continued using it. But in the end, the new model sounds good, feels good, and works faster, so that's a win. Now we'll test to see if the new one leaks like the old one does. This is my original one I've been using, and it leaks like a sieve. It definitely drains out a lot of fluid after you put it away, and it doesn't matter which way you put it, it's always leaking, and it ends up at the same level every time. So wherever the leak is, it's at that spot. So this will be my baseline, and then I will just fill all three of them up. I'll come back in a day or two and see what the condition is. Okay, so I've given these 2 full days to drain out a little bit and do what they're gonna do. I let them just sit originally, and then I kind of cold shocked them to see if there was anything about pressure in there that would affect how much it would drain out and leak. And maybe it made a small difference, but I don't really think it did. But it looks like there's basically 2 factors that come to leaking on all of these models. After you use it, it'll drain out a little bit from where it actually is ejected to get onto the bar itself and the chain, which makes sense. And the cap for filling it up with chain oil plays a big factor in it, I think. Looking at the paper towels I put under each of them, the used 620, this is actually under the cap. So both times, most of the leaking came out from the cap, and since I hadn't actually used the chainsaw in a while, nothing really came out from the bar area. And on the new 620, it seemed to come out from the bar area after use, and a little bit up here, which I think is bar related. But after a day of sitting, really there was no leakage at all, just a little bit from the bar area, nothing at the lid. Same deal pretty much with the new 621 model, less leakage, but not too much different from here. Ignore that, that's me dripping some fluid on there. And no leakage after it sat for a while from the bar area, nothing from the lid. I don't think this is really a conclusive test, but at the very least, it's no worse than the old model in leaking oil, and I would definitely say that it's less prone to leak from the cap. One last thing that I think is worth noting is between the old design and the new design of the chain cover is it's a lot more complicated in the old model, and sawdust and whatnot would get stuck in all these little spots and in these little corners, and it was very annoying to clean out because I just cleaned this one out. And this new model didn't capture nearly as much stuff because it's a lot more open and easier to maintain. So I cleaned this one up a lot quicker than this one after I was done using it. So that is a welcome change between the 2 models. So in conclusion, it looks like the new 621 model has a solid design and improves upon the features that made the old one so great. Personally, I'm going to continue using this, and I think it's worth buying if you have the old version because the quality of life things about this one, I think, make that price worthwhile. It's quieter, it's faster, it's more efficient with the battery, and I think one of the main areas that the thing can leak, which is the cap for the chain oil, is easier to keep clean and limit the amount of leaking that you'll have in this unit. Anyways, that's all I've got for this video, so have a good one.